Hello, all of you vaingloriously wonderful people, and welcome back to Cities Skylines II. We are beginning with not a time lapse. There will be some sped up footage, but for the most part, it's just kind of quick little edits of me detailing finally this area that we've been building over here in Edgewood after we, tore down the majority of the original city. Ooh, that's a horrible sound for the antenna. So I want to talk just a few minutes, just to clarify a couple things. One, my original thoughts on modding and Cities Skylines 2, and also what to even do with this game right now. So first, on mods. I had said that I was reluctant to add mods to the game because I was afraid that with the game being released in the state that it was released in, that frequent updates would cause mods to frequently break. And some people were like, well, yeah, that happened in Cities Skylines 1. It's like, yeah, okay, it did. But, especially in early days when there were a lot of updates. And that's kind of why I walked away from Cities Skylines 1 for like a year and a half, 2 years, because I just got tired of mods being abandoned and my saves being broken because I had some mod and nobody picked it up. In later years of Cities Skylines, that wasn't really a problem. Very fewer mods were abandoned, and those that were, if they were popular mods and a lot of players had been using them, other modders would usually pick up that gap and fill that gap and continue on with a mod that somebody else had begun. And that made it, something that went from being days, if not a week or more, before you could play your game to usually the day of DLC, the majority of mods were sorted. And it just wasn't a problem. But when Cities Skylines 2 first came out, I thought, man, they're really going to be, quick with updates to get things going. And we now know that's not true. I mean, it's late February when I'm recording this voiceover. I actually recorded this detailing at the end of January. And I've just been sitting here. I haven't played the game since January 23rd. It is February 23rd right now. So I just don't enjoy my time in Cities Skylines. But that was kind of my thing with modding, is I was worried that in Cities Skylines 2, we were just going to be in that situation where I was going to constantly have the game broken. I was also afraid that because of some of the backlash that was coming against players as well as the devs, that maybe some modders would get discouraged and just give up and walk, and then we'd have abandoned mods again. Doesn't look like that's going to be the case. Looks like they're all sticking it out, and the ones that aren't are already getting picked back up by other people, so I'm not too worried about it. So I have added quite a few mods into the game. We'll see what happens in March when the next update comes out, which is supposed to be modding as well as some bug fixes and all that. We'll see how it goes. Right now I'm using Thunderstore mods and all of that. As far as where I'm going to go with this series, I don't know. I find that I am fighting against some of the quirks of the game more often than I'm enjoying it. Tons of content creators have espoused numerous reasons why they're frustrated with the game, and I echo all of that. The lack of feedback, the simulation doesn't seem to really matter. Your city doesn't, the cities don't feel alive. They just don't. I mean, parks are empty except for homeless people's tents. You don't see the homeless people, you just see their tents. The city just doesn't feel alive. It doesn't feel like the simulation is actually doing anything. Colossal Order swears that it is, but you know what? I can swear that I'm working, but if nobody can observe the results, then did I really do any work? If there's nothing that is tangible that we can point to and say, yes, I can see where that thing has done its job. If that's not there, then I don't care if what you coded works. To the player, it doesn't. And that kind of is what matters. You can explain to me all day why things are working under the hood the way they're intended, but if it's not carrying over to my experience, then you failed to do what you said the game is doing. And I just, I find so much of it frustrating. I'm glad the mods are here to help out with a lot of it. But, my main gripe with the zoning grid just constantly breaking, that's just something wrong. That shouldn't happen. If roads come in at an angle to each other, sure. But perfect 90 roads, or at least what the game is saying, perfect 90, shouldn't happen. But let's get into some actual gameplay. And man, as I hear my GPU fan ramp up, I'm thinking, how are they ever going to get this game running on consoles? I've got a lot of my settings on medium on a 4080. I have an i9 12900K, 64 gigs of RAM, 100% Gen 4 NVMe SSD. Yeah, anyway. So I did play with the Skyline just a bit, just going through and changing out some of the zoning just to make this area feel a little bit more like I wanted. There were just a few too many big buildings still kind of clumped together. And I think overall we're looking pretty good. There is kind of an abrupt shift over here, but I think I'm okay with it. It does happen in some cities. We got some not enough customers thing. Let's take a look. You know what? I think I forgot to load the mods. I did. So give me a minute. I'm going to relaunch this with the mods in the game. There we go. That's better. You can tell because we see 529 tiles and Anarchy. I have other mods loaded in as well. Legacy Flavor and the Line Tool. And something else. I don't remember what all it is. Oh yeah, like the extra roads stuff. I have all of that as well. So just, some good general purpose mods. If I'm not mistaken, the Line Tool has had like the Forest Brush has even had some really cool changes. Place multiple. Maybe I don't have the Forest Tool installed. I thought I did. I must not. But it's something that is out there. There's the surfaces, which just makes me super happy. And then all of these labels that I don't even know what they are. Yeah, I'm not gonna mess with all that right now. What I want to do is get on to actually building something. So what's really funny is I had actually there was more footage, but the game crashed. Auto-saved, thankfully, but I didn't feel like going back and redoing it. We started by saying, hey, let's place a power plant. And nuclear is actually, for what you can export and what it costs per megawatt is actually the way to go. Unfortunately, you can only have one nuclear power plant. But basically, our money is coming from, I believe, pretty much what we're making off of nuclear. A little bit more. We've got quite a bit coming in through offices, but we're looking pretty good overall. What I want to do is we have all the industries except ore, and I want to kind of look. So we have this space back here, which could be challenging. Oh yeah, I moved these, but it crashed and didn't auto save. We're just going to move these temporarily over to here, just because they're kind of in the way out here, because I want to get a road out to ore. These are the universities. Yes, puts them very far away from the majority of our citizens, and a college as well. We may look at trying to find a way to get some of these out in this side of the map in this county. Where they're gonna go, I'm not 100% certain, because we're kind of out of space back here. We get into a lot of terrain that is challenging, to say the least. I mean, we could do it, but that it's out here by all these plants and kind of away from the population centers. We could go up here, but we've got this guy, so we don't really have a whole lot of room. We could kind of cram him in here maybe, maybe just one of them, and that might be an idea. Possibly the technical university could go just out this way, kind of on its own, but still be close enough to all of that over there. By the way, I don't really know what's up with this one farm. No matter what I do, I have done troubleshooting. Like, I put waste processing, all of the waste processing, right across the street from this dude, and his garbage just never gets picked up. Ever. I don't know what it is about it, but I'm just not going to worry about it. So when it comes to all of our industries, we actually don't have many surpluses. Just in wood, a little bit in vegetables, and then we have a lot in stone. Despite the fact that we have all these farms going, so we may need to plant a few more farms. We may need to find another place for some oil, because there are some definite challenges happening out there. What I'm thinking is for the ore, this, can I look at both this and terrain at the same time? I don't think I can. I can, good. That goes up that hill pretty doggone quick, and it's not the flattest leading up to there, so getting a road back there is challenging, to say the least. Speaking of, I just want to get rid of this road. Oh, I guess I had a bus stop out there. Oops. Get rid of that bus stop. I think it just pings back and forth. Yeah, it's the one serving this little town. It pings back and forth between those two stops and the bus station. Oh my god, look at those taxis. What a freaking taxis. That just tells me we don't have buses in good locations, or that our buses are once again all stuck in a big long line because for whatever reason, whoever made this asset thought it would be really brilliant to have all the pedestrians have to enter over there, and so they cross and block the bus entrance and exit, and there's nothing you can do about it. Literally nothing you can do about it. You could run a highway up to this, but pedestrians will walk on highways. So not a lot. Ooh, that's ugly. Not a lot you can really do about it. I got some Z fighting going on over there. Lovely. Beautiful game. The game is good. So yeah, I'm just kind of dealing with the fact that the bus station is poorly designed. May get rid of it eventually and kind of like just use this space and put in some bus only streets that run down and back and around, and see if maybe that doesn't solve the problem. But that's all a problem for future Brandon. So we could try to get the ore industry in out here. But man, that's just such a terrain challenge. We can connect so that these guys can get here. We could bring this road up and around, and then we could, I don't want to bring anything off the highway. So basically we would just connect here, maybe another one there so it's not cul-de-saced. Let's once again look at the terrain here. So it would want to begin right around here. And, landfills do kind of carve into the surrounding area. So let's see if we can't make this decent here. What I want to do first, though, I'm gonna take a step back. I want to see, so we're going to go ore mining, right? Yeah, for at least one of them. I just want to see. So the circle for this can actually reach pretty far back. So if we had like the entrance to it like right here, we could do like one here and another one over there. So let's level a pad. I'm gonna drop this down like right here, and then I'm gonna come to where the front of it is, and we're gonna level out a pad for this guy right here. And I'm gonna go fairly substantial. There we go. That'll give us an opportunity to bring in parking as well. And then let's see about a second one for coal mining around over this way. And I'm not too worried about like where the roads are or anything like that. There we go. And then same story. I want to level a fairly big pad. And there just happens to be a contour line right there that makes that kind of simple to do. I'm just going to bring this up this way. Cool. Now let's try to find a way to get roads connected to this. And I think we're just going to use our alleyways. So first things first, we'll just bring a road right in the front of this. Does this only need to be like here? No, it needs to be to there at least. Okay. And then same story over here for this one, though I'm not sure. So we've got 2 driveways there. Like, is that enough? That's enough for that one. Cool. So easy way out on both of these. We've got like this right here. Just curious, if I go straight down to there, it's not that bad of a grade, so I think we'll be okay. Yeah, I think if I just kind of like follow this out and then bring it down, and then we can have autosave get in the way. And then the same thing here. We might have to come out this way and turn and come around, but I think we can have them both meet up. Yeah, let's do that. We're just going to kind of just follow what's here. I am going to turn off snap to guidelines. I am going to come down here. And I know we just deleted this road, but I want part of it back in. Like that right there. And then we'll work on bringing this up. And we're going to go with this road until it tees off into the 2 areas here. And then we can do like dual turn lanes to help facilitate that. So let's try to find a good way to get this down here. So we're going to go up to go down. And I'm watching my grade. I don't want it to get too steep. Like that's 2.7, so that should be all right. And then we'll bring this on around like, ooh, that's 4.8. We might need to grade this out then. Okay, let's do that. Let's just grade out a path. Bring our brush size up a little bit. We want that to go here and start probably... Actually, let's hold that thought. Let's give this road a place where we know we want it to actually go to. So let's bring this up a little bit more to about there. Yeah, I think that would be about the natural turn off, and then this one can go up and around that way. So that's kind of where we want to grade from. So we're going to grade both of these. We're going to go from here and start here. Whoa, that is the wrong button. I just tried to undo. Forgetting there's not an undo. Okay, well, we can soften this back out of existence and pretend it never happened. Maybe if we put our brush strength up a little higher. It basically looks like nothing happened. So now let's try that again. We want to go to there. I'm going to bring this down. And we're going to start here, and we're just going to kind of come up and into here like this. And then we can smooth this all out later so it doesn't look like there's this big, massive ramp of dirt built out here in the middle of nowhere. Cool. And then from here, we want to go to here. So let's just slope that out. And that cuts into the hillside instead of building up. So that, almost works. It looks like the dirt that we took from here could have maybe gone over to there. Cool. So now let's see what our slope is like. And we'll go back to continuous. And yeah, this is fine. And I don't know exactly yet where we're going to connect into here. Actually, let's do something like, let's go with a complex curve here. And do something like, I don't know. I'm being indecisive. I think I want to come out to here, but we'll back that off a little bit. So there is that point. So we could bring that in like that, and then we can have this road come on up this way. Maybe. Yeah, this will work. Let me turn off my guidelines. And we will just bring that right around here. And then I want to turn my guidelines back on for this last connection. Go right there and then straight in. Cool, and that should get these guys water and power. And then what's this connection look like? It's weird. That's an understatement. So let's see if we can't make this a little bit better. So let's bring this up right like that. Actually, can I get in the middle of this? I don't think I can. I think it's like one lane or the other. I don't think you can ever get in the middle of this, can you? What if I turn off everything and then just go existing geometry and guidelines? I can get in the middle. Cool. There we go. And then bring this back in. Like, it's invalid shape, really? Oh, come on. You know you want to do that. All right, then. How's that work? It did a weird there, but you know what? I'm willing to just live with the weird that it did. And then I do want to, like I said, give this just a couple of lanes there. So if they're going straight, they have a way to go straight if they're coming in. But I don't think we need those stoplights there. I don't think we need those at all. So just get rid of that. Cool. And I think we'll even get rid of this crosswalk. I don't believe that's necessary. That's now gone. Awesome. So now we have a way to get out to these two areas. So now I do want to bring in some parking. And I think for the parking, we'll just go like right next to... How many people can work here? 2 right now, but that's because we haven't expanded it out. Where are the resources starting? We're into the resources already. Back here, not so much. Here we are, but I'm kind of okay with the fact that we're going to take up a little bit. So we're going to go with a medium parking lot there and another one right there. Ooh, that sits funky, though. I'd really rather you not sit funky. Can you not be funky? Let's bring this road on out to this side then. Just turn all these on because I'm not really worried about what happens out here. And then we'll move that to right there. Cool. And that'll give us some parking. So now I want to flatten a considerable area. But first I want to see how far back do we want to go. Pretty much almost to where the ore is there. And so I don't know that I want to flatten that much. That might be overkill. I mean, we are carving into the side of the mountain to get a resource, but I don't know. If I do this, God, there is no undo. I'm kind of like committed now, aren't I? Yep. It's not the prettiest, but I think we'll live with it. And just say, hey, look. Once again, natural resources destroying the planet. Or the extraction of natural resources destroying the planet. We would never in a million years have that wall there, I don't think. I mean, I've seen a lot of quarries that just carve in to a hillside, and I've even seen some that like remove the entire tops of mountains. So I think what we'll do is go a little bit beyond, by a little bit I mean a lot, beyond where I want the boundaries of this to go, and then smooth it somewhat. I think that'll work. Let's see what we wind up with here. Oh god, that is massive, massive, massive difference in terrain here. I don't know if there is any smoothing I can do to make this look okay. We're gonna try. I mean, we've got to right there to work with. Let's see what we can do to this poor mountain that we have just mutilated to maybe make it look a little better. There we go. I don't think it's too bad. I mean, it clearly looks like the grinding company, the metal ore company, you know, blasted the side of the mountain out, and that is what happened. But I think, you know, it looks decent for what it is. It's not, you know, we didn't come in and just flatten off the top of the hill. We need to do something over there. I have gone in and added just a little bit of space right here. I'd like to throw in just a couple industry buildings and maybe an office or two over here. Like I think we'll do like an office like right here next to this to kind of make it look like that's maybe the headquarters. And then just some other industry. There we go. I was hoping for a good 6x6, and we'll like 2, I think, be enough out there. Yeah, that's plenty. Just something, you know, I doubt that we'll see anything like it's clothing for petrochemicals, and that's gonna be vegetables and livestock that brings food. I remember when they promised that when you do industry, the industries that grow up around it will, you know, match what's there. That clearly was never true. But hey, we can dream, right? So now we just need to kind of do the same thing back here. And again, I want to just see how far back we can go, and then kind of just figure out the shape of what we're going to do here. So there's a 90 there. That's good. And then there's 180 there. So let's just go with another nice square quarry here. Quarry, how do you say it? Quarry just sounds like we're talking about an actor from the 80s. And then there. Whoa, that is a massive excavator. Would almost be kind of cool if, like, in the arc of it here, it would be where the hill was. I may try to accomplish that. I'm gonna try. I don't make any promises, but I mean, it's kind of already flat on its own right here. So I think I can't change it because of that. Okay. But that's all right. We'll do this. We'll make it look like that cut into the hill there. Yeah. I'm down with that. And then we'll smooth this out over here. And that may be all we need to do for this one. Like, I don't know. I'm not cool with that ledge, though. It looks kind of funky. So let's smooth that back out. And see what other buildings just, like, come into play here. This may just be fine as is. I don't know that this is going to get that many more buildings out here. No idea. I would like to kind of do the same thing, though. I want to extend this road right here. Just a little bit. Is it snowing? No, it's raining. Thought I had precipitation turned off. Whatever. And then I want to make sure that we've got some nice level ground. We don't, so let's get rid of that. Pause for just a minute because that's now disconnected, and flatten this out a little bit better right here. Maybe even right here at the front. And then we'll smooth that out in just a second. Cool. And now let's bring this road in because it should now be level. Yep. Awesome. And then we can smooth this right here. Like that. And then we'll have just a couple industries and an office out here. We'll do like a little office. We don't have room on the other side, do we? Clicking all the buttons? Not really. Yeah, that drops off. Let's not do it on that side. So we will do a little office right here. Nothing huge. And then just a couple industrial buildings. I can unpause the game. And we'll do like one there, and then we'll do a slightly smaller one there. Cool. And that gets us some of our other industries going that we haven't had, namely coal and ore, both of which are still at a deficit. I'm going to let this go for just a little bit. We haven't been in high speed this whole time, and we'll see what's what and then talk about the future of Cities Skylines 2 on my channel, because I think it's kind of bleak. While I'm waiting for all that to upgrade, since, we have mutilated the land, I'm going to mutilate it some more. I'm going to, even though we've got all of this garbage processing over here, I mean, we've got the industrial waste processing, we've got a recycling center, which I guess we could upgrade, though I don't know that we left any room to upgrade it. We didn't. I didn't. I mean, we could do that. That gives us, what, more trucks? And this is just a storage extension. Yeah, I should have left this, because this is the only thing that gives us more processing speed. Because it looks like maybe we're not doing the greatest. I don't know. But we've got this dude next door, and then we've got this right here. So I think we're fine. But I think what I want to do is one more recycling center, just kind of like out here, and then loop this back down around the hill and coming down there, and then connect it here as well. So I'm thinking right about here, kind of where this road just naturally goes. We're going to bring this on out. I'm going to turn off my guidelines. I was going to develop out this way with some more farms and everything, but I just don't think the terrain is suited for it. You know what? That is a good spot right there. I think that'll be far enough away, and I think we can get a good sized facility in. So let's just go ahead and continue disrespecting the topography. Make it respect us, I guess, is what we're doing. That is exactly what we're doing. And I just want to see if this is going to be big enough. I think it will be. But we're going to bring this road on out. And then, I mean, I want this dude to maybe eventually get his garbage picked up. I feel bad for him. So that's why we're doing this. Maybe you can do an incineration plant. I don't have any of those. And which way is the air going? Wind pollution, wind pollution, wind pollution. Air pollution. Yeah, it's blowing away from all that, so it wouldn't hurt our farm. Yeah, why not? Let's do it. We don't have one. We can get away with a little bit of dirty garbage processing here. So I want to bring that. I don't know what its extension buildings are like. So it can get an extra furnace, which is in its footprint. So is that. So the only thing it's not in its footprint is just a little building off to the side. All right. Are you going to go? Your destination's the landfill. So you're going to the landfill for some reason. Okay. You do you, my friend. You do you. Oh, we have power lines that we need to connect. Awesome. We will do that in just a moment. First, I want to... Whoops, not do that. I want to bring the flat area back just a little bit farther. And a little bit more this way. So that we can connect the power lines. So I think we'll do a substation, but then also send power out of here, out of town. So for the substation, I'm going to run just a little alleyway here. I'm going to add some parking for the folks who work out here because they'll be very happy about that. And then we're going to run a substation right next to the parking lot, or a transformer station. And then we will connect that up. We're going to run a line right here, like right to there, and then over this way. And then we're going to connect that. So that will get this guy connected to the grid here. And then I'm going to smooth out this train. Cool. And then we're going to just run these power lines straight out of town. Not that they're making any power yet. I guess we have to actually have garbage first before that happens. So, done. So eventually, once this dude starts making power, which, yeah, it's just not doing anything yet because there's no reason for it to. But once it does, it'll be in good shape. So I just want to connect a road from here to there. And I'm going to try doing the complex curve here. So I want it to go here, and then I want to turn my guidelines on, like here, and then up. Yeah, that'll be fine. And then up here, this is probably going to be really, really, really steep. Let's go with a continuous and see if we can't let the train help us here. I didn't mean to go straight off that bit. Okay, thank you. I've made a mistake here. So what I wanted to do is this. There we go. And bring this kind of up here at around a 3%. And then have it kind of loop quite a bit. Where's my grade? 4%. It's a bit much, but I think we'll live with it. And then this right into there. And that just gets us an extra way around. This guy can get up to those plants a little bit quicker to collect their garbage. Plus, hopefully, maybe one of these days, come pick up this guy's garbage. I wonder if it's because the road only goes straight in front of his house. That's like the one thing I haven't tried, is to just put a little bit of a stub in here to see if that's the problem. We'll see what happens. So are we making power here yet? Yes, a whopping 4.82 megawatts. 4.08 megawatts. 3.5 megawatts. Okay, it's just getting worse and worse and worse. It's fine. Is it because we don't have a whole lot of stuff here? I don't know. But is power flowing on those lines? No. Huh. Interesting. That is like the right one. Yeah, that's the right one. It may be that there it is. The only power that's coming out right now is from the low voltage. This is the high voltage because we just don't have enough yet. So I'm hoping maybe as this guy gets some more garbage in here, maybe it'll do a little bit better. I also don't know that it has an operating district. Let's assign him to there, and then let's put in. Can I put a district on top of all this? Yeah. Let's also have him go out here. Oh, okay. Well, that did a thing. Oh, something. There we go. And then you're gonna go to Brightwater Junction as well. Well, that's pretty much it. I guess we'll let you come over here to some of these. That's really far away, and they have their own, so we'll let you go there as well. But I'm pretty sure that these dudes are just set to general population. So yeah, so he won't go too terribly far. Just a few districts. I don't know if it'll be enough. I also, you know what? I'm gonna take that back. Because I kind of want to make sure they can still go to like these guys if they get too full. So that gets us some more garbage processing. That gets us the final industry. And they still haven't... Oh, we are in a surplus there. We're in a tiny surplus of metal ore. And then just vegetables and logs and all that good stuff. One thing I am curious about. I put this building in ages ago, and yeah, still empty. Oh yeah, another thing I built during the crash, I can't remember if I've pointed this out yet or not, was the vehicle factory, which is doing surprisingly well, despite the fact that the only people who live over here are there. So don't know how that's really working, but you know what? It is, so I'm not going to complain. This area is a constant traffic jam because all mass transit is broken. You can see that some of them are coming in and they just go right there and then want to go right back out and then get each other's way. Some of them come down here for some reason and then get messed up. I don't know. It's all very, very weird. But the plans for Cities Skylines 2 is, I don't know. Like this here is pretty much done. I wanted to build an airport here and then have just kind of very rural stuff over here. You can see I even came in with a highway. We have a 4-lane highway that doesn't quite line up for reasons. I don't know why. Loops around, comes over here, and makes a junction right there. It's quite beautiful. And it absolutely gets used by no one because it doesn't go anywhere. But we've got that we can do. We've still got this island over here that I wanted to be like all residential, just like low density residential. And then, of course, I wanted to rebuild this downtown. Maybe we will try rebuilding this downtown. I just don't know. And I don't know. Obviously, I don't want to jump back into Cities Skylines. So I don't want to just start a city for the sake of, hey, I don't want to play Cities Skylines 2 right now. So what I may do is just kind of alternate weeks and just have like a week where we don't have any Cities Skylines content for a while. I want to remain optimistic that Colossal Order is going to fix this. Their communication does not inspire a lot of confidence in that direction. But I'm going to try to remain optimistic, and I'm not writing the game off yet. Well, I thought you were flat. You are not flat. Oof. That is scary, scary. Land value, $1. Really? So the land value mod is working the way it should? Yeah. Land value mod's working the way it should. I wonder what our overall land value is. Let's just peek real quick. Yeah, we've only got a few places with density. By the way, Colossal Order, I don't know if you guys saw that. There we go. The hearts popping up over a business. Like, oh, that will happen during Valentine's Day because your citizens are celebrating Valentine's Day on Valentine's Day. They tweeted that out on Valentine's Day. It's March 2034. Unless something has happened, it's not Valentine's Day. What's happening is, so this is the Epicurean Garden, right? I bet you anything they have tweeted recently. Of course, it pops up new ones, so you can't ever scroll through here. But I bet anything that they've tweeted, and what we're seeing are likes for those tweets. Or chirped. They've chirped, whatever. I think that's what we're seeing. Maybe it's just Valentine's Day, though. Who knows? But I think that's going to do it for now. Let's go over here to this disaster we have wrought in the hills and get ourselves a nice little parting shot in the rain. And say, until next time, whenever that is for Cities Skylines 2, I'm Brandon, reminding you to stay vainglorious.